So I'm going to be performing a wireless password cracking attack. That's a WPA2 password attack. So what I'm going to be using a Kali Linux virtual machine with a wireless external wireless adapter connected to it. So first thing I do is change the mode of my interface to monitor mode from managed mode, and now I can confirm that it's on monitor mode. So then I can go ahead and start scanning on the interface for the available networks. So I specify the band as 5G because I know the specific network that I'm scanning, I'm looking for. So now I can see all the networks showing up, and I can see the actual network I'm targeting, the Gems Telecom 4290 5G. So what I need from this scan is the channel on which the network is broadcasting, as well as the BSS ID. So I can scan specifically on that, listen specifically on that channel for that network. So basically what I'm going to do is perform a de-authentication attack, and when I stop it and the client reconnects, I'm able to capture the handshake, and the handshake is what I need to be able to break the network key. So now I specify the BSS ID of the router and of the network basically, and the channel that is scanning in. Then the difference between this and a regular de-authentication attack is that you have to specify an output file to pick up the WPA handshake, so you can use it for your password cracking later. So now I specify an output file and I start scanning, and I can see different devices on the network. So I leave it to start scanning, and I use another command. I'm gonna use another command to perform the de-authentication attack, so that when I stop the de-authentication attack, um, AirReplay is able to pick up the WPA handshake. So I specify the router's BSS ID with the flag, the A-A flag, and I specify the client that I'm going to de-authenticate with this -C flag. So I just pick a client from the list of stations on my first scan, and what I'm going to do here is send 4 packets of the authentication. So this client disconnects and reconnects quickly, but when it reconnects, I'm able to pick up the handshake. Okay, so now I send the authentication packets, and it disconnects the client temporarily, and when the client reconnects, I pick up the handshake. So I just wait a bit and use, if you see in the top right corner, I'll pick up the handshake when it reconnects. So yeah, I've picked up the handshake. So the next thing I'm going to do is generate a word list file to be able to brute force this handshake. So I just confirmed that I have a capture file, and I use Crunch to generate a word list file. I'm going to specify 6 to 8 characters, and I want just the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and specify also the output file that as my keys.txt. So this generates 6 to 8 character passwords filled in of just 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and puts them in the file called my keys.txt. So because of how complex my password is, and it's going to take a very long time to generate this password, it's going to take a very long time to generate password of this length, a word list of passwords of this length. I just append it directly to the key file. So now that I've appended it directly to the key file, I can use aircrack.ng, a command, and I specify the handshake capture file, and also I specify the word list file that I'm using. So I can brute force the password. So what aircrack.ng does is it unpacks the handshake and separates the message integrity code used by the access point to verify that that a station has the correct password. So what it does is it separates this to one side, and then it takes the other components of the handshake file, takes one entry to the dictionary word list file, combines it with those other entries, and if it's able to generate the same MIC, the same message integrity code, then you know that that is the correct password. Else it goes to the next one, and it keeps on going through the dictionary until it finds the correct, or the word list until it finds the correct password. So now it's scanning, it's still scanning, it's at 67%, still looking for the correct passcode, trying to brute force it. And it's at 80% right now, still scanning. Just generating MICs and comparing it to the actual MIC to see if that is the right password or not. So we're almost there at 94%, still scanning. 96, 98, 99, and yeah, it's found the key. So it says it's found the key, and it lets you know the key of the network. So now that I have the key, I can use this key to connect to the actual network and get access to it. So I copy the key now, and I just attempt to connect to the network and put it in there, and I connect, and just like that I'm connected to the network. So I can confirm that I have internet access by going to google.com, and yes, I have access to the network.